But she's from Nicaragua, thought you was her.
Listen, y'all cannot begin to understand the anguish that I am feeling, the anguish that I felt coming home and making this video, okay? Because I've been working for 4 days straight. So tell you what I forgot to know, start from the beginning or watch all of my other videos and then come back to this one. And then when you get to this one, make sure you watch it from the beginning to the end because I am tired. So y'all better make sure that the work that I put in and have been putting in is worthwhile. Period, point blank. Go watch it. Hey guys, my name is Monique and welcome to my YouTube channel. Now, if you watched me before, you already know what we're about. If you haven't, of course, if this is your first time, we're essentially just gonna talk about travel nursing, lifestyle. We're figuring out the other logistics, but for now, we're just gonna stay to travel nursing, okay? Now, today's video is gonna be about what you should or what you could expect on your first assignment or even your next assignment, to say less, okay? Now, we're gonna narrow this down to about 5 things that I think are basically all across the board. Now, the first thing that we're gonna address is the new skills, new policies, and new experiences that you're going to encounter at this new facility, at your next assignment, okay? Essentially, you can honestly look forward to learning skills beyond nursing at any nursing assignment that you go to. And I'm saying this to say that, one, not every facility does things the same way. And even though the facility itself or facilities themselves may differ, whoever you train with is also going to do things differently. And in essence, let's say if you need help with something, let's say you're putting in a FlexiSeal or a DigniShield, as some facilities call it, right? Not everybody has the same brand. So automatically you're going to pick up something new. Kind of like me for today for my shift, I know a FlexiSeal to be a FlexiSeal, but their brand is DigniShield. And I'm over here talking about FlexiSeal and they send me something and it's the wrong thing. And of course I didn't know that until afterwards. So essentially I just got to learn that not every facility is going to have the same policies and procedures in place. That's automatically a learning opportunity for me. Another benefit of travel nursing is meeting new people. Now, of course, you're not gonna mesh with everybody that you meet, right? I'm the type of person, if I meet you for the first time or when I meet you for the first time, I'm gonna be quiet. And I'm gonna be quiet because I wanna see what you're like first. You know, I wanna figure out your vibe, your personality, and then I wanna see if I can mesh with your vibe and your personality. And then if I see it, I'm like, oh, okay, this is cool people, you know, we can talk or whatever. But if not, I'm gonna just be quiet around you. Like, I say hi and bye, but that's just gonna be it. It's just gonna be cut short. That's that. On the flip side, when it comes to the managers, definitely keep those people in your pocket, because push comes to shove, you're on another assignment, or even let's say you feel like, yo, I wanna come on, staff nursing for that same facility, you will have that person, you will have that manager in your back pocket as a reference. Especially if y'all, mesh well together, that will definitely be a go-to person for you. Now, another thing that we got to talk about is the fact that you don't have to argue about your PTO. Of course, when you sign your contract, you can automatically tell your agency, hey, I want off these days, or I'm going on vacation such and such days, so make sure I have off. You can write it into your contract. Or your manager could be nice enough to be like, okay, whatever schedule you want, I can do it. But that's all you had to say, right? At my last assignment in Albuquerque, I was working, I think, from Thursday to Tuesday. So Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. So that's 6 days in a row. However, on the flip side, I was able to be off. I don't want to lie. I was able to be off about 8 days straight. So in essence, I could really have a vacation every 2 weeks. If you get what I'm saying. You could literally have a vacation every 2 weeks based on how you set up your schedule. And that is exactly what I did in February, because I was in Cancun 1 week, and then the other week I was in Jamaica. Since then I haven't taken a vacation, but I can check those places off. so far since the year has started, okay? So definitely add that to your list when it comes to one of the things that you can expect from your next assignment or even from your first assignment. Now to one of my favorites, number 4. One of the other benefits to travel nursing is that you get to avoid hospital politics. Now, I don't know if you and I are on the same page, but I know I don't like staff meetings. I don't like the whole heap of modules that you have to be doing sometimes, right? I don't like the requirements that come with working as a staff nurse, or I did not like it when I was a staff nurse. And that was also another reason or another thing that pushed me into travel nursing, because not only are you up against everybody else that's submitting their PTO, but you also have to be considering, oh, you have to work this many weekends in a schedule, or you have to work this many Mondays or Fridays or Saturdays. And most times you actually end up spending most of your days at work versus even at home. Of course, I'm pretty sure a lot of us came into nursing for the 36-hour work week, but we all know 36 hours turn into 40, 60, or even more sometimes real quick, depending on how you play it. I remember recently I was reading something. I think it was a hospital that was in Baltimore, but essentially this facility decided to make it a requirement to work 48 hours a week. The last time I checked, in order for me to work 48 hours, 1, there has to be some form of incentive. 2, it's overtime. So I'm expecting overtime. 36 hours regular, 12 hours a day, 12 hours a shift, essentially. And then the last or the 4th shift, only 8 hours of that shift will count towards your overtime, because the 8 would go towards the 36 to allot for the full 40, which is the full-time hours, if you get what I'm saying. But the fact that this facility decided that it was a good idea to tell these nurses, mind you, nursing itself is already hard as it is, but you're going to take it upon yourself to tell me that I have to be in this facility for 4 days and I cannot negate that in any way, shape, or form. Nah, it's not happening. I can't. I can actually say that for the staff job that I was at, I did not have that issue. Thank God, because we know some would have quit long time. No, I'm sorry, no. I will give you my 3 days, and then the other 4 days is either gonna be for me, or if I want to, I can pick up. But I already know if somebody's telling me to work 4 days, that's a lot of commitment right there. 3 days, that's a one and done thing. Most of the time when I'm working, I like to just do block scheduling. And block scheduling, if you don't know what that is essentially you working all your days in a row. So Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, however you want to play it. Or some people will do 2 and 1 or whichever. I personally just like to get it over and done with so that I have the rest of my days. I don't have to focus on anything else but me. Now for my favorite thing. My favorite reason as to why I love travel nursing so much. And I'm not going to sit here and act as if there are not some cons of travel nursing. But until we get to that part of the conversation, until a video is made on that, we're just going to really focus on the number one reason, the number one fact that you essentially are getting paid way more than a staff nurse to do the same thing. But it's essentially for you, and I know for me it was a form of stress management, right? If you watch my previous videos, you'll understand what I mean. And that's simply in reference to me saying I was on a cardiac step down unit. A lot of times I was working night shift, and I was happy as hell to be on night shift, because day shift was just a different beast. Like, everybody's calling. I know me personally, I don't like talking to family members. I don't like hearing the phone ringing that many times, even though I'm on day shift right now, but that's a different conversation. But yeah, it was just a lot that was going on at the facility at the time. We didn't have a lot of help. You got these patients that are cabbage times 3, 4. I saw a cabbage times 6 one day. I'm like, son, okay, you might as well just give the motherfucker a different heart, but okay. But needless to say, a lot of times working as a staff nurse, just like I listed before, you got to deal with a lot of hospital shit. Versus as a travel nurse, that's the stuff that you really don't have to deal with. One thing I can definitely say, and that really stood out to me, is that as a travel nurse, you don't get insurance. You have to pay for that for yourself. Or you can just sacrifice and don't pay for it and hope that nothing happens to you throughout the year and you'll just be lucky. But I know me, you know what, I'll just go ahead and work this extra day or two, you know, and just get the money to pay for my shit, because the inevitable can and will happen, and we want to avoid that at all costs. All right. Now, just to review the 5 things that we just reviewed about what to expect on your next travel nursing assignment. Less politics, less hospital politics, more money for the same job as a staff nurse. You're not gonna get your PTO denied. You're definitely gonna be meeting a lot of new people, again, that you definitely should keep in your corner, especially if you realize that they can be a resource to you and for you in the future. And finally, we can't forget about the new skills and the new policies and procedures that you're gonna get introduced to, all right? Now, if these 5 alone have convinced you to get into travel nursing, then go ahead. If y'all still got questions, please do not hesitate to reach out to me, okay? You guys can comment below. You can send me a DM on Instagram. I'll respond. Most of the time I'm at work, so I may take a little bit of, you know, a little while, sometimes a couple days, because I'm kind of a bad texter, but that's neither here nor there. Needless to say, I'll respond, okay? So go ahead, drop your comments, your concerns, whatever there is. If y'all want a video on the agencies that you should look for, the agencies that you should use, the places even that you could look for a travel contract, then also please include all of that as well, all right? This is the end of our video. Again, just like always, we got more content coming, so stay tuned, stay blessed.
But she's from Nicaragua, thought you was her.